The YNW case. So they saying that his lawyer got arrested for witness tampering.
At this point,
Trying
it
to
seems the YNW Melly case is never ending. On January 6, 2025, the judge pointed out Melly's been locked up for 2,159 days.
Damn. That boy been in there forever. That's about 2,000 years.
Or just under 6 years, and the state is now apparently going after Melly's lawyer. What's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be giving an update on the YNW Melly case, as now lawyers are allegedly tampering with witnesses, and I was brought up in the case again. Now, Melly's legal team has been fighting for a bond. The state is left scrambling, trying to find an excuse to keep him in jail, and now they're going after his legal team. Raven Liberty has stressfully represented Melly throughout this legal battle.
Her face, bro. She's so fed up. She's so tired of this. Melly tired too.
And was present during Melly's mistrial. Only months after the mistrial, Melly and his co-defendant Bortland would both be charged with witness tampering in a first-degree murder case. Because of the crime being first-degree murder, the punishment for witness tampering is just as severe as the crime, meaning they not only face life for the murders, but now for the tampering. The accusations come from supposed jail calls and code words allegedly used by Melly and other inmates to send word from jail to the streets to keep a witness from testifying. Melly could be seen on jail surveillance passing kites or notes to other documented gang members, and calls would allegedly be made through them to Bortland to pass on the message. Calls would passing kites or notes to other documented gang members, and calls would allegedly be made through them to Bortland to pass on the message. So how does Melly's lawyer fall into this? Raven Liberty was informed by Apple that on December 13th of 2023, her account information had been provided to the Broward County Sheriffs pursuant to a search warrant. The basis of this search warrant is still unknown and hasn't been released, so we don't know exactly why or what they were looking for. But the dates would mean Melly won a mistrial, only to be charged with witness tampering, which is believed to have been an act of retaliation by the state, and then investigators went after Miss Liberty. Well, now Melly's legal team is demanding answers such as, is the investigation of Miss Liberty ongoing, or has it been concluded? The fact that no charges have come forward since 2023, when the sheriffs received her information, seems to hint towards they found nothing. But if the investigation has been terminated, they want to know if it will be revived again at a later date. The state's response will seemingly answer the question as to if anything was found. On top of that, Melly's team is demanding to know if any confidential communication between Melly and his defense are currently in the possession of law enforcement or the state, as yet again, this would be grounds for another mistrial or the case to be tossed out completely. Melly's team has also put in a motion to dismiss a handful of evidence, including videos of 1099 Jake.
Who the fuck is that guy?
The videos would be referring to an interview I did with No Jumper, as well as Vlad TV. Specifically, the state would include the video of me speaking on the Island Boys claiming to be Bloods. The video had no mention of Melly or his case, and from my understanding, the state is trying to portray that if I expose the Island Boys as Bloods, but didn't expose Melly, then Melly must some way, somehow be a real Blood, which is what the state is trying to confirm to secure a death penalty conviction. It's a long shot, a reach, and within my interview with Vlad, I'm asked about my own affiliation as we spoke on racial politics in prison. In another Vlad interview not included in Melly's case, Vlad would ask about how my affiliation came to be, and I'd speak on where I grew up playing a factor in who I grew up around. Again, it would be more focused on the racial politics, and YNW Melly was never actually brought up in either interview. Now, Danny Polo, the undercover who allegedly infiltrated the Bloods in Broward County, was asked by Raven Liberty how he could infiltrate a black gang as an undercover if he's white, and he replied back that 1090 Jake is white and he's a Blood. Come to find out, Polo is Cuban, and so are the Island Boys. So when the Island Boys came out and originally tried to portray a gangbanging lifestyle,
That boy don't say if he could do it, I could do it.
the cover if he's white, and he replied back that 1090 Jake is white and he's a Blood. Come to find out, Polo is Cuban, and so are the Island Boys. So when the Island Boys came out and originally tried to portray a gangbanging lifestyle, I was immediately summoned by the internet about the white or Cuban Island Boys gang affiliation. The topic seemed to always come back to race, as white people are a minority in hip hop and an even smaller minority in the world of urban gangs. Now, Melly's legal team would yet again highlight that the YouTube videos are irrelevant, immaterial, and inadmissible. But this isn't new news, as Vlad and I have previously discussed the state's tactics in including these videos. But for whatever reason, the state chose not to include the No Jumper interview in which I said this.
I knew that there was a lot of bullshit in his case when I got brought up. An undercover detective who testified with the mask on said I'm one of the most highest and respected members of G-Shine, the same gang that Melly is allegedly a part of. Mind you, I don't know Melly.
Right.
Nobody I know knows Melly. So that right there doesn't make any sense. This gang detective said he got this information from a confidential source in Broward County.
So like I said, I don't know Melly and no one I know knows Melly. But we'll just have to wait and see how long my name gets dragged in this case and how long they plan on dragging Melly, as an ending still seems very far away. Now, I'm very interested in hearing about the whole Raven Liberty thing that the state is trying to do. What information were they seeking? What gave them the idea to seek it? And how did they get approved by a judge? Because normally you have to have some type of something for a judge to sign off on that. You know what I mean? I guess we'll find out in the near future. I'm not sure how soon this will be, but we'll definitely do another update video. Now, as far as me being brought up again in the fucking case, it's really just Melly's lawyers like, look, the videos have nothing to do with nothing. Same shit I said. Let's just take them out. We're gonna hear the state's argument back as to why they feel that it's valid. And like I said, it's a reach. Because I spoke on the Island Boys and didn't speak on Melly, that somehow confirms Melly's affiliation. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. They asked me about the Island Boys because they thought that they were white. And the Island Boys were saying the N-word and they were claiming sex, money, murder. And then the guy that allegedly made them sex, money, murder ended up moving to LA and started wearing dresses. So it's like, there's a long list of reasons why the Island Boys were brought up. And then it came out that they were doing OnlyFans together. It just gets worse and worse and worse. But the whole thing comes back to being white. The same reason Vlad is asking me about me being white, having an affiliation, going to prison. How is it with the white gangs? How is it with the black gangs? This and that. It all comes back to being white. It had nothing to do with actually who's, yeah, I know he's real and he's not and this, that, and It had nothing to do with proving gang affiliations. Like I've said before, I don't know Melly. I don't know anyone that knows Melly. So if they're portraying me to be some fucking whatever super blood, well, I don't know anyone that knows him. So that should say something for itself, right? And other than the fact that this is the biggest death penalty case in hip hop, and other than the fact that Melly was a rapper blowing up out of Florida, and other than the fact that I actually like his music, you know, other than all those facts, I would have never covered the case. That's solely what caught my interest. And, you know, I've been asked about the case multiple times because it's one of the biggest cases in hip hop. But hey, it's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. Free Melly. At this point, I don't feel like anybody deserves to just be sitting inside of jail with no privileges. for almost 6 fucking years. That's insane. If you know anything about getting locked up, county time is worse than prison because there's zero freedom, especially when you're just sitting inside of a cell. I'm genuinely wondering how much damage this is actually doing to him mentally. Because imagine leaving a dog in a cage for fucking 6 years. You think that dog is gonna be normal after that? Nah, I don't think so. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Till next time.